Go Kart Brothers.
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 Go Kart Brothers is filmed before a live streaming audience. It is recommended to have an extra pair of underwear available due to unexplained accidents. Get social with us all over the interwebs. Just search for Go Kart Brothers with a K. Now, you have been warned. Here are your hosts.
Howdy, folks. It's Go Kart Brothers episode something. Who cares? It doesn't matter. On 5/26/16, I'm Brent Copeland. I'm here with my crazy friends, Jason and Shannon, and Slurms is dead. No, wait, where's Slurms?
Slurms is not with us this week due to injuries from a freak breakdancing incident that we all know
and
about.
laughed at.
We all of us in the know about that. So
Yeah,
He was
it
doing
was
that
huge.
that back
that's
thing.
what happened. It is episode 3, by the way. I know we've had
We've done
2
like
other episodes.
so many, I get confused and lost.
3. We're at 3.
We're in the double digits.
No.
Well, yeah, we're
All right,
03.
sorry.
We're 03. It's kind of a double digit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying a new camera out that apparently doesn't do interlacing very well or something. So when I move something in front of it, it streaks.
Is that a big deal? I don't know if that's a big deal. Is that a big deal?
It's not to me. I think it's a cool effect.
Yeah, that's an enhancement.
I assume that was happening in real life.
It is. It's I'm the guy who can bend Uri Geller, and I can bend straws with my mind. Look at it go!
Fuck yeah.
Thought I had a spoon over here to try to bend a spoon. Pulling out the big names tonight. Uri Geller, live or dead?
Dead.
Dead. I'm gonna go dead.
I'd have to search. Someone search for it and let us know later. It'll be a
Yeah.
a chat room
This is
interaction.
This is why we need Slurms to play Alive or Dead. Sorry. We'll have all these unknown Alive or Deads
Yeah.
for the next
Slurms
month.
alive or dead. He's dead.
Slurms is dead.
I'm going with
Spoilers,
broken
he's
back. Broken back.
Yeah.
Breakdancing accident. It was terrible.
What was your favorite breakdancing movie from the 80s?
Oh, it's Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It's the only one I can remember.
I can't believe you have an answer.
Breaking 1 was it was fine, but it wasn't as good as Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It broke the sequel curse, I guess. It was
Yeah,
one of the
it was
few
one better.
than-
It was Godfather 2 in that. Empire was after. It was not as good as a jump as those two, but yeah.
I have faith that if they did a few good men too, that it would be better than the first one.
You think so? I mean, are they going to breakdance in it?
You really love
Possibly.
A Few Good Men. A lot. A lot.
It's my favorite movie of all
Yeah.
time.
It is a I don't throw around the term perfect movie. It's one of those that could be considered near perfect. That's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Even the studio intro in that lighthouse, do 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 do. I'm like, oh, chills,
It's really well done.
chills. And look, I'm doing Uri Geller thing with my hand now.
You're vibing over there. You're just in and out of you're in and out of dimensions.
We're going back
Yeah.
in time.
That's crazy. Crazy effects, pal.
Trying.
I like it.
That's how we roll here with the Go Kart Brothers. I trounced all over something you were about to say. What were you about to say, Shannon? Were you actually trying to move the show into something?
I can. Is that your segue? Because I don't think I was talking about anything.
Oh,
meaningful.
I just imagined.
I was probably just babbling. I don't know. Hello to our live chat room. If you would ever like to join us as we record live in the summertime between the months of May and August, we record on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is that 6 p.m. Pacific?
8 p.m. Central.
8 p.m. Central. We're getting all the time zones
Got
here.
that.
You know what? Adjust it accordingly. Pick one of those and go to Google it. It's
6
pretty easy to
Mountain.
figure out. You can watch us
6:30 Mountain.
You can watch us on twitch.tv/Go Kart Brothers. or there's various other places they can watch us live too, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different places. Ustream, don't know the channel, but it's there. You can search for it.
Yeah,
BBC America,
Yeah, Hitbox,
yeah, we're like on all the
CDC,
any major streaming.
WGN.
the CDC. Like they're
We
trying to get people
multi-stream at
better
once.
over there.
If you search for Go Kart Brothers, you're probably gonna find us. And Go Kart is spelled with a K. If you don't
A&E.
know your Go Kart lingo.
The proper way.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing things the right way around here.
We're not doing it the British with go kart with a C and an E.
No,
Like, what
it's
the hell is
American
that?
Go-Kart. And I apologize to all of our United Kingdom viewers and listeners.
All of them.
WWE Network.
Yeah.
Catch us out there.
I did want to jump into. We've had a lot happen this week. I don't even know where to start, but I kind of want to start with one of the big hitters, Overwatch.
What is this?
Overwatch is a TF2 clone. Is
Yep.
the
That
rude
has,
way to say it,
that's
but I'm
done
going to say
nothing.
it. Huh?
That's done
What?
nothing for the gaming industry.
I'm not big on first-person shooters, but I did enjoy Team Fortress 2, so I gave this one a chance because Blizzard has a really good reputation of taking done genre and just polishing it to an amazing shine. So I got this, even though it's not usually a genre I play very often, and I actually had a day off in the week, the launch day, and I had no problems getting on to the servers and no problems playing. I played every character at least once, team versus AI, and then I started in with team versus team, and oh my god. Okay, one thing I'll say is that the characters are amazing. Like every single one of them has something I like about them. Not one of them seems to be like just useless. All of like for having such a varied range of and a wide variety of characters, all of them offer something to the team. And I like how they have them broken up into groups. If you don't know, they have them broken up into, DPS and tanks and support and builders and things like that. And then if your team has selected, like say your team is like selects all tanks because you're just like, oh, I love this guy, and all your people love tanks, it'll tell you have no support people, you have no DPS people, you need some defensive people. Like it'll give you those clues to kind of help you out. So that's kind of good for team building before you get into the match. And I will say, like during AI matches, I was like, this is awesome. I was totally figuring out, okay, this is the point we need. Here's the map. This is our focus, our agenda, and we're all working as a group to do this whole defense thing. We won every single time, and I was with different people every time because I was just picking randoms. And I was like, this is awesome. And I was getting a really great feel for the characters. So if you want to get a feel for the characters, I would really suggest playing against team versus AI. So you can get that kind of down and the maps kind of down really well, because when I went to play team versus team, it was random versus random. It was like everyone went as soon as the match started. They just scattered, and everyone had their own agenda and their own thing they wanted to do. Occasionally people start to work together, but you were always against these people who seemed like they seemed like coordinated professional teams who knew every assassin point immediately. And it's like, now it's probably because I've only played like 4 FPS matches in my whole life that this was all kind of shocking to me. But for me, it was like, holy crap. Like I had to learn quickly. But the one good thing I will say, I'm talking a lot because you guys aren't interjecting, but the one good thing I will say is when you get killed, there's a kill cam and you see the person's point of view that kills you. And that really helped me because when I played that map again, I knew where to go hide and assassinate people.
And
I was like,
if you
"Oh, I
played
remember that
TF2,
view."
and if you played TF2 before, you probably know a handful of the classes. I mean, some of them are pretty direct. You know, like
Are they?
Farah's the soldier,
Oh,
Mercy's
Fear's the best.
like the medic.
Yeah,
The
like
one guy is the engineer. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Torbjorba.
Torbjorn.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Torbjorba.
awesome. I love him. I got play of the game in a team versus team with that guy because my my stupid
He's
thing
OP.
that I did. killed a bunch of people. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
OP.
in a race
His gun shoots
situation,
way
he's
too
honest.
far.
Huh?
At least I'm used to TF2 where the gun didn't shoot like forever, like as far away as you can see. And this one, it's like if he's got a gun up, if you're on the map with it and it can get a direct, line of sight, it will shoot you.
But there's not many maps where you get a good line of sight.
That's true. There's a lot of choke points.
Yeah. There are a lot of choke points in this game.
Sorry.
I'm totally.
Uh,
I was in beta for a long time, and to see it kind of where it's come and to see the response that it's getting is fucking fantastic. It's a great game.
Yeah. I saw Notch even tweeted today. Someone asked him what it was like, and he's like, "It's TF3."
yeah.
It's-
I don't know. That's not a dig to me. That
Yeah, no,
TF2
it's
is probably my favorite online shooter, and I don't know if
I
this
don't-
is
yeah.
better than that. I don't like they're different in enough regards to where TF2 had a great nailing down mechanics into like what 7 or 8 classes. It wasn't that many.
yeah, 9 total, I think.
This gives you
Okay.
a bit more variety.
Yeah,
with
there
abilities and
Yeah.
stuff.
are a shocking like when you go try to learn characters, you kind of you start to realize how many different ones there are in this game and how they all play differently, and
Yeah.
they're all fun in their own right. At least all the ones that I've tried, and I played them all at some point. But
Yeah, and it's a little different because TF2, each class, you have so many different weapons that you kind of have, even though there's only 9 classes, you really have like,
right.
27 classes once you get, 3 different weapons, and it just adds more and more. And because of how they name their classes, medic, the demo man, they couldn't really they would have to make a whole new like paradigm of class. Like it couldn't just be another type of medic. It just really wouldn't work. And so I think that's one of the great things with Overwatch is they can add whatever they want.
Yeah.
And they're gonna. The rumor is there's gonna be a new class added, like or a new character added any day.
One
and-
thing that I think was a really big difference for me is that the servers are hosted by Blizzard / Activision. I'm not really sure which one. So shoot me on that one, I guess. But they're hosted by the game company, and I like that a lot more because I always found it awkward in TF2 to jump into someone else's server. And there were occasions where like the person running the server would be like, okay, well, I lost, I'm going to bed. And you're like, we're
Yeah,
still
that's-
playing,
I really like the charm of servers, so I think that's an old school PC gaming mentality.
I really
that-
disliked it. I'd get in sometimes and it was like this boy club, like, and not to
Yeah,
be, I'm sorry,
yeah.
that's gender wrong of me, but this club
Hey!
of old school gamers on the server where if you
Brother
you know,
club.
My good friend is
Brother
a guy.
club.
He'd be
if, you,
upset.
if you're playing too well, they get mad. Not that I was, someone else.
There's something
But-
reassuring when I boot up TF2, and which I did recently after not playing for a while, and a server that I used to really like being there and kind of logging in kind of felt like going home, but I think it's
Still there?
smart. I think it's smart with Overwatch to shy away from that just because they're going for it's a more of a mass audience, which TF2 went for a mass audience, but that server browsing is a very old school PC
I
thing.
hate server browsing,
Yeah.
but
Well,
Um,
and one of the things they did do, and I'm gonna, I love TF2 obviously from doing shows on it and stuff, but they did add their own servers, so you can actually play on Valve servers now.
I did not know that.
And it's something they added, I think, to address the exact thing you're talking about, which is good of them. I do like. I guess the one thing that I think I'll miss from TF2 is the fact that when there were only a handful of maps that you can play, they opened up the tool set to the community, and all suddenly there were just 1,000 different maps, from just crazy things you would never think of to versions of what was already there. And that's my only fear with Overwatch, is that we'll get sick of the 10 maps or how many ever there are right now.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, oh yay, there's a new map. But I don't know, we'll see. I
don't know.
love
always
the
played
maps
same
so
maps
far.
I always
Yeah, the
played the same
maps
maps
are
on
fucking
TF2 and
amazing.
it didn't bother me. because it's mostly about the gameplay experience per match. And it's usually so quick that it's not really that big of a deal. The one thing I will say is they have a lot of different ways to play. They have the versus AI, they have the team versus team. They have something called arcade mode, which I haven't even tried yet. And they have another thing.
Arcade mode's really cool.
Is it? What is that? Do you know?
So they do. It's kind of like with Hearthstone, from at least from what I've interpreted from it, where weekly, or they might change it up every other, like a different frequency, that they put modifiers on a game. So, like, for example, play this game and you're going to get extra experience, but you're going to get a character assigned to you, or ultimates charge faster. Like, it applies to everybody in the game, and it's just kind of like modified rule set.
Oh,
that'll change.
It's like
up.
the tavern in Hearthstone.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun because you get to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do with those classes. So
yeah,
it'd be cool. Cool.
The other thing that I noticed, and this is kind of what I want to get into doing weekly, is they have a segment where you can create your own rules and your own teams on there in the play version, and I want to do that on Wednesdays on the PC version. If people will join up with me, join our Discord. If you need to know our Discord, shoot me a message at Zelibeli, Zlibeli on Twitter, and I can give you the link. Or it is also on our forums and on our Twitter and other things. You can tweet us at Go Kart Brothers as well, and I can give that out to you. Invite to our Discord, and we have an Overwatch channel in there, and so that channel is going to be used for like anyone who wants to join the team play that week on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, adjust accordingly. And you jump in there and we'll match up teams and decide what we want to do together and just play for that evening. 9 p.m., probably till 10 p.m. But if it goes longer, that's fine. That's all I got for that. That's Overwatch Wednesdays. Woo!
Yeah, I've been playing a ton. I mean, I'm loving it.
It's a good game. That brings me to another point. A lot of people have not loved it. This brings me to a segment I like to call Hey Internet. And this episode's topic is, why can't you just be okay with people liking things?
There's a lot of internet that's not okay with that.
Like, I understand you might not like something, and you cannot like something. That's totally fine. The internet is famous for not liking things. That's what the internet is there for. But the part I have a problem with is the internet gets really, really pissed when other people like things. It's like, calm down, internet. Other people have interests that aren't the same as you. And I get a little frustrated when I see things like people who have adjusted their Twitter feed to turn off people who are talking about topics, especially like specifically right now we're talking about Overwatch. So they get sick of like, oh, this is the hype thing, so they turn it off because they don't want to hear about it. And it's like, well, that's your right, but then why do you have to tweet about the fact that you're doing that?
I think it's totally, I mean, it's the contrarian mindset that you're cooler than the mass because you don't like something, or you like something that no one else likes.
And then the other thing I've seen, and this wasn't the internet, this was somebody on Twitter posted the actual coworker was saying, tell me why you like Overwatch. I will counter every point as to why you are wrong.
It's like, God.
And it's like,
you must be fun at parties.
He must be the internet.
This is a new game.
The internet, right? And
I like this. How many ways are you an asshole? I like this game.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Like, can't I just, like, no, I will, like, and people are saying false things like, oh, the game, people are saying it's so innovative, and where it's like, no, we're not. Like, I haven't seen one person say that it's innovative or anything. It's just, it's new. It's like buying the next Halo or the next Call of Duty. Yeah, it's the same game.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy it.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah,
people are gonna buy it and have fun with it because people like it.
I saw multiple people tweet or retweet, you're paying money for a gussied up version of TF2 and like making fun of people. I'm like, that tells me right there that you either haven't played it or you already, you actively want to just make people upset because that.
No, I could say I could agree because gussied up is a ambiguous term.
You can say about any movie. That you're gonna go see any Marvel movie. It's a gussied up version of the last one. I mean, it's
Well,
in that vein. You can
any
go
MMO
down
is a gussied up
way.
version of any MMO. Like
Right.
yeah, like any genre, any Call of Duty is a gussied up version of any previous Call of Duty, but it's gonna
Right.
sell bonkers because
Right.
people want to play the new version.
New hotness.
It's gussied
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think there's something to be said for the new game. People are going to come out and play it, and so what you get more of than just it's a new game is all your friends are playing it now, and so you get to play with your friends again, and that's kind of part of the experience that I think drives games when they come out. Because I mean, we could all go play TF2. I mean, I love TF2, and if we all picked a night and said, "Hey, we're going to play TF2 tonight," I'd probably enjoy it just as much as Overwatch. But we don't. So this almost ensures me that when I log on, there's usually at least 2 people I know that are playing Overwatch, and so it's cool. Like I've been able to talk to friends that I haven't seen in years, and shoot some people at the same time. I mean, normally you would have to rob a bank for that kind of shit. So
Yeah, oh definitely. Go to your local bank so you know people, so you can have
Yeah.
to chat. Yeah.
well, unless you're the one
Um,
robbing it, then maybe you want to pick one a little out of the city
Well, then you're not gonna
with
know
less
people.
security.
That's
Well,
just smart.
You
No, then
recruit
you're
the
not gonna
people
get
you
that-
know.
Then you're not going to get that community feel out of your bank robbery.
You say,
Brent.
Doug,
You're
I
not
remember
thinking
you
this
were good
stuff.
at shooting people. You need to come help me out rob this bank.
Did you want to add to any of? There was something that had irritated you about that, Jay, about that whole atmosphere of, hey, internet, just be okay with people liking things. Anything else?
Oh God, did I have a point that I brought up to you that I'm not?
Yeah,
bringing
you
up now?
did.
Can you tell me? Because I would love to.
No, I kind
I
of was
can't-
half listening.
You got to write this
Oh,
shit down.
sure.
I bet it was really good, too. Everybody
it was
just
probably a-
insert right
it
here.
did, this past week, it really made me upset. Just upset in the one point of not just Overwatch, but it was the most recent example of people saying, like, hey, like Shannon said, I have to block people or mute things. Like, what's this doing in my timeline? Like, they can't deal with anything that's not their direct interest on social media. And to me, I don't want to read social media just to read an exact parroting of my own thoughts. I like to read what other people have going on. I'm not going to mute people for anything, like, unless it's offensive. It's just I like to know what other people are thinking about. So I totally don't understand just wanting to read exactly people who have the exact same interests as me.
I would
The-
say
Yeah.
don't follow Go Kart Brothers because we tweet crazy, stupid stuff all the time.
Yeah,
All of our
I've
random
learned a
interests.
ton of I've learned about a ton of different things from people on Twitter that I didn't even know existed, and like just because
Hmm.
they're not in my wheelhouse.
You know,
Yeah.
there's been
People are tweeting
times
about.
too where I've been afraid to tweet about topics
Oh, me too,
because
totally.
because I knew people in my timeline, like it didn't seem like that there
Yeah.
was an interest.
Can we both say exactly what topic we're talking about?
You can say it.
Yeah, we're talking about wrestling. 'Cause
Yeah.
Oh.
that's
People-
such a thing that's looked down upon.
Yeah, it is. And so
and I've
I
seen people in my timeline get this fucking WrestleMania shit out of my timeline. Like, oh,
yeah,
and I didn't even
love-
tweet it. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tweet anything then.
But then I really like watching it and talking about it. So I had made a fake account just to talk about wrestling, and like that seems extremely crazy. Like that I have to make a fake Twitter account just to
Yeah,
do
that's
my
a little
live
silly.
tweets and stuff. So I'm testing it out. Not going crazy with the Go Kart Brothers, but during pay-per-view events or major events, I might live tweet. I'm from the Go Kart Brothers on that, but I'll hashtag it. So you can block it if you need to. You can't handle it, but it'll be over in an hour or two. I guarantee
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I'm just kind of, and the really hard part for me is internet. Like, okay, yes, Blizzard's coming out with a game. Of course, the coolest thing you can do is automatically hate it, no matter whether or not you've played it or not, whether or not your
If you
views are
played it,
justified
absolutely,
or not.
then go ahead and rip on it.
But tell us about why. Yeah.
But I
like-
saw people tweeting about how they were upset that it was like this was the day before
a
it came out.
guaranteed hit. No,
yeah,
people
they
didn't
were
like that it was
upset
going to be a
that-
guaranteed hit.
That people were making this Blizzard product a guaranteed hit before they even knew if it was worth
That's not
it.
true.
And,
Everyone,
and yeah, 10
Everyone
million
had a
people
chance to
played
beta
that
it.
played that open beta. Like
Yeah.
they knew.
Yeah.
There were probably very few people who hadn't touched the game that were freaking out. I'm sure there were, but
Well, I wasn't freaking out, but I didn't touch the game. But
I didn't want to like it because I kind of, I wanted Paladins to be kind of what it is, and it to be much better than it is, and
have you been disappointed with Paladin so far?
well, I haven't been back into Paladins. I mean, I liked it, but it definitely wasn't enough to keep me playing. A little bit of it was I had no friends that would play either, so
Yeah, I tried playing. It sucked.
And so I'd like to go back and see
Okay,
like what
instead
they've
of
done
just-
at this point and see if they've made any changes.
instead of just saying in general it sucked, can you do a comparative analysis as to how it sucked specifically in comparison to what your expectations are in the genre compared to Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, or TF2, or obviously Overwatch?
Sure.
Or any other
So
first-person shooter
I haven't played a
multiplayer
little
team.
bit. I can boot it up again to see what's changed, but the character abilities were lacking. The actual combat seemed very, I don't want to say very, but it seemed somewhat rudimentary. The objectives seemed boring. It was just kind of and it might come together. I mean, I played it. Is it still an alpha or is it beta?
I believe beta.
Okay.
When
I haven't
you say
played it
it's
in a while.
rudimentary, how so?
There just wasn't a lot to. It seemed like a lot of spamming the same abilities over and over.
Okay. Because, like, just for comparison, with Overwatch, I have like 4 buttons, but I'm constantly mixing them.
Yeah.
Like maybe 5. What do we have? Like 4 or 5? We have you have the shift, you have E.
On every
then you have
character, I feel like
right
it's
But then you have
imperative that I
V,
know.
and then you
I
have
know
space
all.
bar.
Yeah, there could be more on others.
So 6.
Yeah.
I would say, let's say 6. Typical.
But on every character in Overwatch, I feel like I need to know what all the powers are. And
Yes.
when I was playing Paladins, I didn't really feel like it was okay. I'm gonna bang away on these abilities, and then I might die, I might not, and run back on a horse or something.
Yeah. Well, and I think the most part, one of the other things I think they need to work on is I think you die too quickly in Paladins. It seemed like a lot of you die,
Yeah.
and I don't
It's
think
a
it was
lot of
because I
horse
was
riding.
sucking. Yeah, I just felt like it was like way too much spent time trying to get back into the fight. When what you want to do is do the fighting part. And there wasn't enough kind of, like you said, like the abilities that you can mix to do the damage but mitigate at the same time, escape and all that to keep you alive and go around to find health and things like that to keep in the fight. And I think they do a good job of basically making it in Overwatch, that is, to like when you take enough damage that you need to either get out or you're going to die. It's almost the same thing as dying, but doesn't feel like it when you got to go look for health or a way to get healed or heal up yourself, things like that.
Yeah.
Unless
Alright.
you're like Widowmaker or Tracer, and then you just die like so fast. We did one
I've
game
never
in Overwatch, 5 Widowmakers on the same team. Didn't end
Did you
well.
On
guys
the
win?
same team?
We didn't make many widows.
No, that's too much. You need balance, sir.
Yeah.
But hey, internet, just be okay with other people liking things. Diversity is good. Let's agree with that.
Yeah, don't get upset because
Yeah,
people
don't
like
get
stuff.
pissed. Don't get pissy. It's okay.
Yeah, no
It's
one's
okay that
forcing
people
you to do anything but
like things.
watch
Don't
their
be sad
Twitter.
because you don't like anything. Internet.
Yeah, don't be sad because you're an
Go
a-hole.
find something that nobody likes and talk about how great it is.
It's the whole hipster thing. It's hipsters can't
Yeah,
like it, right?
It is. It is. It totally is. Speaking of the next hotness that the internet is probably going to hate because it's kind of awesome. Virtual reality. We have talked about this on past iterations of our show under various titles, but tonight we're specifically going to be talking about the HTC Vive. Is that right?
The Vive.
Yeah, the Vive. That
Johnny
is
Five of Vive.
No,
Steam's-
disassemble.
version of a virtual reality, and we actually Go Kart Brothers actually has one. We have one, right?
We
When-
have
when-
one in
when
the
you
gar-
sending
in the
it down
garage
here?
We
When you
have one
sending it-
in the Go Kart Brothers garage.
When you sending it
Well-
down here to Alabama, try out.
Hey, why don't you come up and visit?
Already done that.
You can just
Round up the crew.
My hemorrhoids can't take another 20 hours in the car.
that was a long ride.
But how are we going to round up the crew?
Get around with the crew. Yeah, Slima.
I still remember.
It didn't work. It's too far away. Anyway, so we got a Vive, and my first question, as the person who co-owns this Vive, everyone's talking about Oculus Rift, Oculus Rift, Oculus Rift, and we in the past have talked about Oculus Rift like a ton because we actually had hands-on experience with an Oculus Rift dev kit and everything else back before anybody else did, and so all of a sudden, no, we didn't get the Oculus Rift, we got the Vive. Jason, can you tell me why you chose the Vive over the Rift?
I mean, shit happens.
No, I mean, like, I kind of want a discussion.
All right,
God
so
damn it.
Facebook happened.
Yeah, I had a Oculus pre-ordered for a long time actually, and it was set to be delivered originally May, but that ended up getting pushed back to July when they had a ton of shipping issues, and then stuff came out. I started to have my first doubts once it actually got released, and there were streams of people who had the Vive demoing just how much more immersive the hand controllers were. And Oculus does not ship with any of that. It ships with an Xbox controller. So all the experiences require that. So, and they have their version of touch controls coming out maybe this year. There's a lot of speculation that it's not coming out this year. But I started to get really bummed. Like, I'm going to spend all this money and not have as much fun as people are having with these streams where they're going around and messing around with stuff with their hands. So that was like kind of my first thought of, okay, I'm spending all this money. I don't know if I want to just get that. And then more of the shipping issues and the lack of communication on why. And there was tons of speculation, and I switched pre-orders. And then after that, I've become, and Brent's messing with my ear.
No, I'm not.
Then I started to get more and more confident about, happy with the choice of all the Oculus stuff that has come out, such as them messing with the DRM on their Oculus store. So one of the things that Palmer Luckey, one of the creators of Oculus, not the creator, but had said, we're open up to VR for all. We want the technology to succeed, not one platform. And if someone who has a Vive wants to buy something from the Oculus store, we're not going to stop them from doing that. So last couple weeks, they have updated their firmware software to prevent anybody from who owns a Vive of playing something from the Oculus store. And people who owned both did tests where they had an Oculus plugged in their computer, they bought something from the store, and they played it with a Vive. So that, proved that they are specifically locking out people who don't own an Oculus from...
They're trying to make their
that
content
sucks.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Even though they said before they weren't going to.
Palmer Luckey had said that, which he has not tweeted he has not tweeted or posted on Reddit in like 20-some days. So I'm wondering if the PR department at Facebook finally got a hold of him and told him to shut up.
Probably Zuckerberg, after he got back from the GOP meeting, probably went in there and said, "Dude, I
grabbed
got too much going on right now."
I mean, it's totally common for consoles to have exclusive games.
Yeah, but it goes totally counter to everything that he had said. So a lot of people are upset.
You're right.
And
so have you played TF2 on the Vive?
I have not. I actually, right before we started the podcast, I found someone who got it running like almost no problem, because it's not officially supported but with VR anymore.
Oh, okay. So do you have to use the keyboard with it?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But you can use the head tracking, which I don't know if I want to do that. Like, that to me, I'm all for seated experiences. I don't need everything to be up walking around my room. But I'd almost rather just play TF2, Because, and that brings me to one of my first impressions of the Vive, and kind of the bummer is the screen resolution is is not what I hoped it would be. I had used a dev kit 1 of Oculus, which the screen resolution on that was pretty horrible. It was like looking at a 3DS screen or even worse. This is definitely way better, but like I played Overwatch on the Vive on like the virtual screen, and that was really cool, but I found myself like I can see everything much clearer just looking at my monitor. So like stuff like that, I don't think I want to play on the Vive. I watch some movies. On one of the programs I have, you can be in a virtual movie theater. So you have like that's pretty. I would totally watch a movie like that.
How is the resolution then for a movie?
I mean, you're watching it on a movie theater, so it's like far away. Like I mean, like it would be if you were kind of up close to a movie theater. It's not right in front of you. Like that's totally fine. And that's more of a passive experience. Like I definitely would play some other games, but not like first-person shooters.
Do assholes like walk in front of you while you're watching the movie?
No, you got an empty little private theater.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now you played Minecraft virtual reality, right?
Oh God,
is that good?
That's fucking amazing.
I do want to try that.
So that is not officially supported, but someone got it's called Minecraft, and it's one like mod install, and then you can launch it from Minecraft and just say I want to run it as Minecraft, and it totally supports the Vive hand controllers. And the one thing I was worried about with Minecraft, I think Shannon and I even talked about, I don't want to like hack away at bricks virtually.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You just
hold a button.
You just hold a button. Yeah, totally.
Okay. There's enough clicking in that game.
Yeah, which that like and the scale of the world, like there's tons of people on Reddit saying like this isn't officially supported, but this is like a killer app just with because that game is resolution like I was talking about before. This is one game where you don't notice the screen at all because it's not a super detailed game.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that.
It goes super well into the screen, and the scale of the world felt amazing. So I
think I'd have a heart attack if I fell in that.
Like in a
played
cave?
Creative because I didn't want to mess with figuring out the combat, and even like I went into the water and I turned around and there was an octopus right in front of me, and it freaked me the hell out. Just the scale of it, because it was huge.
Yeah, they're big. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got out of the water as fast as I could.
Did you pee a little bit?
They don't. They're not aggressive.
I know. I didn't care though. I was uncreative, so nothing could attack me. But
I've got a song about squids coming out soon.
Yeah?
I'll tell you about it later.
You gonna share it? Okay.
But
I totally want to mess with that more. That was fucking amazing.
What were give us your top 3 games and why, quickly.
Okay. So
Like
Vanishing Realms. Vanishing Realms is a first person kind of Elder Scrolls Legend of Zelda game where you wield a sword, you can get a bow and arrow, and you can wield magic, and you are actually doing combat first-person point of view. So I got a sword. I went up to, like, I've gone through the first couple areas, and, like, skeletons are attacking at swords, and you are blocking with a shield or parrying with your sword, and it works 1-to-1. Like, every time I got hit, I knew I had fucked up. And it was so weird. Like when the sword is about to hit me, I was like, at first, like I was almost panicking, or I was getting like a response. My brain didn't know how to process it of getting hit. That was great.
Hit. Yeah.
No, I was okay.
Yeah.
You should have Shannon in there with like a pillow, and when you get hit with something, she can just hit you real hard with the pillow.
Maybe not a pillow. Maybe I just hit him.
A knife? Oh yeah, just.
They have
got
done
the guns.
those VR simulations at like E3 and other places for press or whomever, where there's one person in the room, kind of like hitting you with like wind or something like that. But
smell-o-vision. You think that's the next
much.
to add into it is some kind of box that can produce different smells and stuff?
I don't want to smell stuff though. I don't think so.
Just like really get you in there.
I don't want. Did you really want to be in there?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I bet you do. The other game, Space Pirate Trainer, which is a pretty simple game, but it has you like defending an area, and the world kind of looks like something out of Tron, where you have drones that are attacking your area, and it's really simple. You're trying to shoot them down. So you could have where you are dual wielding lasers, or you have like one shield in one hand and a gun in the other, and it works really, really well. There are really cool moments where when the drones get ready to fire at you, it like slows down. It's almost like a Matrix slow-mo moment, and you can see the tracer of their laser coming at you, and you can block them or dodge out of the way because it uses the room scale. That felt great. The last game, so you asked for 3, and this is my favorite game. It's a game called and I'm gonna have to look up the title because it's confusing. It is The Gallery: Call of the Starseed, and it is like I know it's a terrible name, but it is like yeah, and it's episode 1, so there are more episodes coming. But it is a total throwback to like 80s Spielberg movies, and it has you starting the game where you are trying to find I can't know if it's your sister or your friend or cousin, and she has left like clues for you and audio tapes. So you have to travel down these caves and this ocean like coastline and listen to the audio tapes, and it does a fucking fantastic inventory system where you have a backpack that when you reach over and hit the trigger behind you and bring it in front of you, the backpack comes off your back, and you can grab, like, you have your whole inventory in your backpack, and you can grab everything out of there and put it back in there.
Oh wow!
And like you have like a Walkman and all that, and you can put tapes in the Walkman and listen to it, and it's like an adventure game.
Can you make like a mixtape and put it in there?
No, not in that, but in Job Simulator, you can burn a CD. But that game so far, I'm not super far in, but it totally reminds me of like the Explorers or a Spielberg movie. Like Slurms would love it. That's my favorite experience so far.
Any booby traps?
Not in that. That one's not combat. That is a total adventure game, which I love adventure games. So that one is totally non-combat. It's just exploring everything.
No booty traps.
There's so you have to go into early on that you have to go into this tunnel system, and your friend had left you a clue like, hey, this is to throw people off. You can, make it to the cellar or whatever, and there's a map there that has a drawing of everything, and like you have to hold the map. And I got lost, and I was in the sewers, and I was trying to look at the map, and it was too dark, and I pulled out a lighter from my backpack that I had and lit the lighter, and I was able to read the map and figure out my way there.
Did you accidentally light it on fire?
No, I was very careful not to do that. I don't know if you even could.
Chat room is asking, what would you think of Firewatch with VR?
I would absolutely love it. I did play a demo that Will Smith, who used to run Tested, did, where he's doing a talk show in VR, where he was interviewing the Campo Santo guys, and it's completely set in the Ranger Tower of Firewatch. And I was able to walk around the Firewatch Tower and grab like his backpack and his walkie-talkie and everything. That was really, really cool, but I would totally want to play that.
Any porn?
I did watch a little porn. Just for research purposes.
Right. How was that?
It was weird. It's like the scale is
disgusting.
The scale is.
Are you the guy? Like, okay, are you the guy?
This is all for science here.
So you're always. I mean, at least what I checked out, you're the guy, and a lot of them do like the setup to where you're tied up and you can't do anything.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, and like.
A lot of them. I think maybe he's hit more than just a few. A lot of them.
No, yeah. I checked out 3 different videos.
You wanted to get a good scientific
sampling. Scientific sample.
Thorough.
You need like 1,000, right?
I'm nothing but thorough. And the scale of the girls was like they would have been like 30 feet tall, like if you were. So that kind of threw you off.
It's
and
a lot in your face. A lot.
like if you ever have watched, like if you've used Cardboard VR and watched like a 360 video on YouTube, that's exactly what it is.
Okay. They'll get there
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
have to
not
check
interactive
back
at all.
every once in a while,
Yeah.
just see how they're doing.
Yeah, I'll keep into it just for the interest of the show.
All right, so porn on your top 3. Got it.
That wasn't my top 3. I did 3.
Yeah.
Just because
Next
we
week we'll do
kinda
his top 3 porn. Come back next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because we talked about it in our first 2 episodes, and then this is our 3rd episode, and we haven't talked about it at all. Want to do just quick Motor City Comic Con mentions. We did actually go. Pics are all over our social media, whatever social media you want to do, like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Tumblr, the Slack, the Snapchat's obviously already gone. It's 24 hours, but cosplayers. The really cool thing is the cosplayers at Motor City Comic Con actually contacted us so that we could tag them. So we tagged them when possible, but only on Instagram. Like that seems to be like that social media. So if we were able to identify a cosplayer, we tag them on our Instagram account. So you could actually go, if you're into cosplay at all, you could actually go, and if any of the pictures on our Instagram interest you in their costuming, you could actually click on them and see what else they're doing for cosplay and kind of follow up that way.
So
Here in go ahead.
No, let's go. Sorry.
Oh, here in Go Kart Brothers, none of us 4 are actually costumers, but we know a lot of costumers, and so many props to all the awesome costumes we got to see at Motor City Comic Con this year.
Next year we got to do costumes. We need to do you'll know what this is from Always Sunny, the play they did. Those costumes, and we'll all learn the song and the dance.
Oh, I'm not doing the song and the dance, but I can.
I'll be DeVito. I know.
Guess.
I've got to be DeVito.
You're gonna be the cave troll.
Yeah, I'll be the cave troll.
I'm going for
who's who? Who's who?
Do I?
I assume I'm D.
I'll be
Is that
any of
assuming
them.
too much?
No, I think that's probably
That's
works
probably
best.
Slurms.
Who's Slurms is D? Who's Charlie? I think Slurms
Well,
is
Charlie only came on for the very end of the play.
Oh, okay, so he's not in it.
Waitress, so.
No, see, you're getting too much. You just need the top 4. You need the 4 characters. The 4 main characters of the show. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could just go as Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay, could do that too.
That'd be so lame. Yeah. Lame. Seinfeld. We could all do Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of combinations that has one chick.
Kiss.
I guess I could do
We'll
it.
do
Steve
Kiss.
George.
Huh?
Steve is George.
Anyway, we do have a special audio and video coming out soon. It's not going to be a numbered episode. It's just going to be our Motor City Comic Con episode. But I'm taking my time. With what was that?
Bonus features.
Yeah, I'm taking my time doing that because, I mean, as soon as the con's over, it's all like, it'll
So
be nice
news.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be nice to highlight it, but it's not exactly timely. So I'll do it right rather than fast. How about that?
Sounds good.
That's my goal there. So, but any like, give us one awesome thing from Motor City Comic Con to like tide people over until that happens. I guess memories.
Tara
Anybody?
Reid.
You like
Oh,
Tara
God.
Reid?
Always had a thing for Tara.
Really?
No, not really.
Like still?
Jason hates Tara Reid. It's so, let's talk about this. This is fun.
As long as she doesn't. No, I don't really have anything for Tara Reid.
You can like Tara Reid. Don't let him talk. you down.
I don't
Tara
know
Reid.
her, so I can't really like her or not like her.
She's a pretty girl.
Is she?
Yeah.
Did you see her up close at the con?
No. I did get one picture. I threw it into our stream. That's about as close
I
as
saw
I got.
that. I saw that.
But I did see the dude next to her from Sharknado
Yeah.
and
They were
90210.
both there. Yeah. Ian something.
Ian Ziering.
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 I'm bad at famous people names, sorry, but they don't know mine, so I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I think that barbecue place, that was awesome. Tim Hortons.
We had fun at dinner, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
I think
you're
next
from
time we should forego the after party and go get drunk back at the hotel. Have fun back there.
You know what? We were having such a good time at the hotel and went to the after party, and it
Well, I fell
like,
asleep, so.
you fell asleep multiple times. I had to keep waking you up because it totally died. The after party
Slammer!
There's the carbs.
totally killed the evening, and then
It was
we
like
went
high
back to the
school
hotel.
drama. It felt like I was back at high school. I was like, what's going on here?
That was too much. Yeah, I apologize for that.
Oh no,
too.
it was fun hanging with y'all.
But the hotel part was
And
awesome.
sleeping.
And then we got back to the hotel and it was awesome again.
Yeah, until politics came up.
Yeah, that was too much. Never talk about politics.
Yeah,
Who brought that up?
that's when it was time to shut it down.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Anyway, no one ever agrees on politics. And as soon as you say someone's stupid for liking something, your bestie likes that.
Yeah,
And they have
you just never know.
They have legitimate reasons why. And you're like, shit, there's logic there. And now I have to hate you.
Right.
It's too much. It's too much. Never talk politics.
You can catch a
religion,
fly there,
or-
son.
Huh?
I caught him yawning. A little
Oh.
yawning.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm tired.
Slammer!
Been doing too much vibe. Too much vibe. I keep
we
calling
was
it the
the
vibe.
Hang on.
So have you not been playing the vibe at all, Shannon?
I haven't touched it.
You scared you're gonna get sick?
No, we just got a Tuesday, and I've been
Oh,
playing
okay.
Overwatch.
Oh,
I mean, it
okay.
just got here Tuesday, and that was the day I was playing Overwatch. So it's like, I'm kind of playing this now.
Yeah.
So, and then
And you don't want to be all jerky and be like, "Hey, take that off and let me put it on."
yeah, and then he's kind of doing this
Got it,
whole
got it.
thing, and I mean, he's awesome. He's like, "Hey, do you want to try? Do you want to try?" But then, part of me is like, do I really want to get into a big thing right now? Do I really want to it's one of those things I gotta be in the mood to all right, I'm gonna do this and learn this thing.
Once they have like a Knight Rider game in there, then you'll be all ready for it.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, the Minecraft, I kind of want to try the Minecraft thing.
There is a lot of cool stuff to try right now. There's not a ton of full experiences. Like I found
Right.
a couple of them, but yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff to try.
Like
For me-
D&D. Like that's the one thing that seems like really cool
Tabletop
to me.
Simulator
too.
is adding
Yeah,
VR
pretty
support.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, someday. The thing I think about with any virtual reality right now is you have these great console concepts. Pretty much is what I think of as a virtual reality anything. It's a console that is amazing. But what games do you have? What's your library like? That's I don't want to just sit there and play 14 mini games that kind of are all right, sucky. And just to kind of figure out okay, this is what it can do. No, I want to use virtual reality to play an awesome game and have that fantastic experience. And so I don't want to sit there and mess around with 29 mini games to figure out what that is.
Right.
You know?
Got it.
No, it'll get there. I mean, there
it'll get
are
there.
some like the one I was talking about, the Starseed game. Like that is a great experience right now. Like some of the stuff I tried, it's like, okay, that's neat, but let's see where developers go.
Cool. And now we get updates.
It's really amazing just to see how far they already have gone and to see what's there and how well it really works with the hand controls. Like that's been the most amazing part. Watching my son get into a game and immediately be able to turn knobs and pick up stuff and like in the one game, he's he's pouring stuff into cups and the one hand pouring into the other hand in a cup and it worked flawlessly like that. The tech's amazing right now. It's only going to get better.
The one thing I will say is I'm kind of disappointed with Oculus Rift, and I'm surprised because that was the way I thought we were going to go with virtual reality. But I was playing on a dev kit where someone had already modified it with Wii U nunchucks. So
Yeah.
and then also implemented through another extension, one of those Xbox cameras that tracked you.
Yeah.
So I was playing in a very built environment that isn't, and that's not what they're launching. And so I was kind of making these assumptions based on this, the first dev kit that like, oh, this is obviously they're gonna do this, and obviously they're gonna do that, and like, oh, they're not launching that. Like, why aren't
I
these
don't
things
know.
launched? And the tech that the first generation dev kit can do these things through apps. Like, why
Yeah.
aren't you
Yeah.
launching with this stuff?
Yeah, and I almost think they
So
would just go
Oculus Rift can
reverse
do this
engineer
stuff.
the nunchucks and make their own version of nunchucks real quick and throw that into the kit.
Well,
Super
I
cheap.
mean, they have their
It's a lot of
version.
hardware development, but yeah.
They have the Oculus Touch, which is a much more advanced. Like, it might end up being better than the hand controls of the Vive, but they really should have launched with it.
Gotta launch. It had to
Right.
come with it. Yeah, I would agree with that.
You're fragmenting your. That was one of the things that annoyed me when I pre-ordered the Oculus. They told you you're also reserving you in line so you can buy the Touch when it comes out. It's like,
Oh,
well,
thanks.
fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be part of the device.
Well, then were
Yeah.
you saying that the Vive is like they're kind of going to keep it on the same hardware for a bit to try to get people caught up with it with their computers and stuff and make it more affordable? Is what they're concentrating on?
Yeah, like the thought is you're not going to see a version 2 of the Vive or Rift within the next year or so because right now it's such a steep barrier to entry. Like you have to have at least a 970, you have to have a recent i5 processor, that the hardware is probably going to stay the same for a while computers catch up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we keep going back to the Vive, but it's really cool.
No, it is
and
really.
I'm love getting the
Nice
info.
that we have access to one, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm jelly.
It's really.
I should try it. I guess
Yeah.
I'll try it with Minecraft. My problem is I want to try it with a game I want to play.
Right.
I don't want to play a mini game. I don't want to.
I think
It
they
seems
have BDO support when you're ready for that.
God, that would be fucking insane.
Are you guys still playing BDO?
Well, not since Overwatch came out. I haven't been back in.
Oh, you haven't played BDO in just 2 days then?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the playing has been mostly riding a horse around and doing farming, but
Oh.
yeah.
So, just to kind of recap on what we've got going on here with Go Kart Brothers, Overwatch Wednesdays, as we mentioned earlier, join our Discord server for that. Tweet at us at Go Kart Brothers if you need the link to get invited to our Discord server. It's open. We'll let everyone in. It'll be awesome. Have fun. Game together. We started a Steam group. It's Go Kart Brothers. Search for it. Join it. It's a public group. Right now, I don't have any games planned for it, but if anyone in our community wants to start planning, like group games, like we can do that. If Jason or Steve or Brent or anyone wants to be like, hey, let's do this. Like, I'm game to start doing something. That's cool. But I started it so that it'd be ready for when we did. So it started. We also have forums. If you go to our website, gokartbrothers.com, there's a link there for forums. Go ahead. You'll have to register in the forums. It's a separate registration thing for the forums. But join up, take part in any conversations you want, start your own. It's no big deal. Talk about whatever.
Are you trying to get us out of here?
No, I'm just kind of capping up all this stuff. But
it's a lot of stuff. Is that what we've got going on?
Yeah. What do you guys think of the Steam group and the forums? I guess I should ask real quick because I started that and I didn't ask anybody. Is it?
I think
They hate it. They really hate it. Okay.
No, I think it's great.
Oh, they hate it.
I think we should
much.
have one of everything. I want the forums.
You started a MySpace. I can
That's
start
right.
forums if you started a MySpace.
That's exactly right. I know. I have no problem with it.
A Steam group, I know, like I said, it's kind of bad to start it and not use it right away, but at least it's going to be there when we want to use it. And eventually there's going to be a game where we want to use it because Steam, I love Steam.
We can start curating shit too.
Yeah.
Curating games.
You can follow us on all your favorite stupid social media. We are at Go Kart Brothers on almost everything. We have also, if you want to game with us, we have a Clash Royale group called it's called Bind Point for no reason at all. And we have a Clash of Clans group called Army of Awesome. Again, no association, which is awesome. Which is what you want to do when you're creating teams.
We just need to make them all Go Kart Brothers.
Well, both teams were created before there was Go Kart Brothers, and you can't just change your name. Like Supercell, which is the game company that makes both of those games, doesn't allow you to change your team name. And once you level up your team to a certain point, it's really detrimental to just start over. And you don't really want to lose all your friends that are kind of sporadic about checking in, you know? So it's a little rough.
So but to
we've got
the
multiple
important
names out
stuff, Jason, you still
Yeah.
playing slot machines? You going back in playing more slot machines?
Oh no, I deleted that
Oh
immediately.
God!
Just so
No!
people know, Brent introduced Jason to a game called Slot Machines. while he was
Slotomania.
here in
Slotomania.
Michigan. And I'm sorry, and then
I had to unsubscribe for their emailing list. I had to hide that shit on Facebook. I had to scrub that.
scrub it
I
clean.
I was
If you
hoping to
think
get
you're
some
being too
more
careful,
coins. I thought I had a
Jason-
friend in and I get coins from.
No, you're not getting any of that.
Damn.
Jason actually took a drill right through his hard drive to get rid of it.
You can't be too safe.
I think they have a Vive version now, so you can just
Oh fuck! You could do the virtual slot machine. Oh,
virtual
Okay.
casino, like walk
if they have
around,
that, I will do that.
like you can get drinks.
I could bring my table, my chair in, and just slot. Yeah.
And drink
have
and
have
smoke.
A drink. Yeah.
Can you virtual
That'd be pretty
smoke?
fun. Play like I don't know. Playing
No.
poker on that seems like that'd be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, no, I would totally do that.
Like some characters, like if they could build like some real interesting characters that you could hold conversations with, like from history
Yeah.
and stuff, and like ask them questions, like, well, what was it?
It's totally gonna get there. But closely, I did play a lot of putt-putt.
Nice.
That was good.
That's good for you.
So I had
Putt-
something
putt-putt's pretty
come
good.
out today that everybody needs to go like and favorite, and
I just liked it. I
Stuff.
saw it.
I put it in
What
the
is-
chat
what?
room.
What is this?
It's
What's happening?
my acting debut. Actually, Eric did the sweetening of the music, or actually added the music and sound effects and stuff to it. But the company I've been working for had me do some acting for a commercial. It's not the best acting in the world, but anyway.
Oh come on, it was good.
You're in a commercial?
Well,
did
it's a
your hair?
YouTube commercial. Oh, my hair is horrible, isn't it?
No, it looks really styled actually from when I saw you.
I did it. My wife helps me,
Okay.
of course. She's
Okay, well yeah.
She's a
you
stylist.
have in-house, yeah.
yeah.
So are you in a real commercial?
Well, I mean, it's on YouTube, but it's like
That's pretty cool.
they sent it out to like 200,000 people on their mailing list today. So,
Yeah,
but
it
I
was
want to
good.
get some views, so they're not like we can't use him for the next one. But there's two
That is-
more coming out later. So
That's pretty good. That's almost as many people as watch this show. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're getting there.
one day, and then I found some old YouTube videos that someone else like actually capped it while we were live streaming of some songs and stuff.
I saw these your YouTube has been kicking ass lately.
And so they're all improv that we did like during live stream. And Eric and I we're about to start up a new podcast called The After Show, where it's basically just that.
Wonder where you got that idea.
Well, it's the albums have all been the after show for all of our improv musics.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
really cool.
we have 4 albums out. This is there's 5 more songs. I don't know if they'll end up on an album or not, but this week they'll all end up on my YouTube. So go there and listen.
That's cool. Bam. Do we have any other topics?
I don't think so.
I think we're gonna call that episode 3.
What's episode 3?
Was that the third one? Is that
Yeah.
the one that comes after 2? It kind of comes after
Oh.
1 too. Just there's one in between.
The real 1, 2, 3 punch.
This would be the one
we had
where
our first 2 episodes, and then we had
And
one
this
on the
one.
road that really didn't hit as an episode. It was more of a live thing. And then last week, I was a fuddy-duddy and didn't want to do a show, so that was my fault. And
I was so tired. I was so happy when y'all said that. I was like,
that's good. If we're not into it, we shouldn't do it. That's the whole point, is to be fun.
So-
And I was like, yeah, I had a bad week and I was like tired. I was like, this is not gonna be easy for me to do. So, all right. But we're back. We did episode 3, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, where can people find you, Brent?
at Brent Copeland.
And Jason?
Just find me like on my Vive or something.
It's actually at Jabberant, Jabberant. And you can find me at Zelibeli. These are all Twitter handles, but probably you can find us on other crap too. So,
Twitter.com.
And just
Yeah.
look in your local paper for the obituary for Slurms.
Slurms
Yeah,
is
he's
gone.
dead.
He's dead.
Gone.
He's gone. Get over him. Move
Gone
on. We have to
forever.
move on.
Until July. He's gone
We're
forever.
auditioning for a new 4th chair.
Right.
Oh man.
Who will make the cut? It will probably be Slurms in July, by the way.
We should do auditions every week just to get him to come back even
That
sooner.
would be because it's only 4 weeks, so we should do one a week. Yeah, that would be
And
so
every
funny.
week, Slurms is out. He injured his balls. We're auditioning a new person.
I like that. I
Wow.
like that.
I like it a lot. All right.
Well, since he's not here, I guess we'll have to do this.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's even better than how he does it.
Right? And I've got it on a button. I can just keep.
Fuck out.
Get him the fuck out of here. We don't need him.
I can even do it like a piano. I can just go.
Get the fuck.
Anybody hot yet? Is that hot?
Get the fuck out. Get the
Still better than how
fuck
he
out
is.
of here.
I don't know. Slurms' voice is pretty amazing.
So, Zelibeli,
Okay, that guy's voice is pretty amazing.
All right. I'll talk to him. I'll be like,
Yeah.
look, will you do podcast for 5?
Need someone in here.
We just need you to just say, "Get the fuck out of here."
So what we'll do is we'll record with Steve, and then we'll send that file to him so he can just re-record all of
Say
Steve's
everything.
lines with
Poor
his sexy,
Steve.
sexy voice.
hey Jason,
You know what I love? I love we're dubbing over the only good voice we have on the show.
Right?
And we're like, "Fuck you! You're the only good voice we got, but fuck you."
Yeah, but he's dead, so
Already
we have to
missing
move
him.
on.
Sad. Already missing him.
All right. So I assume that's where we cut it for the stuff.
Yeah, it's
Sure. Make whatever
right.
assumptions you want.
done. I gotta go to
Oh
bed.
my.
Okay, I guess that's where we're cutting. Bye.
Bye.